And it is Shourie who steps up first for the women's presentations. Magdalena Shourie, at 27 years of age, makes her debut, and what a debut performance for third place in Berlin. 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 41 seconds. Superb run from her. She must be on cloud 9. Greatest run of her life, without any doubt. But she has arrived, and arrived in spectacular fashion. What will we see from her in years to come? 2:18.41. Straight in, under 2:20 in her debut. The silver medal going to Kenya's Sheila Chepkirui. 2:17.49 for Chepkirui. It was just 20 seconds outside her lifetime best. She ran 2:17.29 in Valencia last December. Well, here she is, what, some 10 months or so later, using 2:17.49 in the second place. And boy, did she work for it. She looked so tired in the closing few hundred meters. Looks to have recovered well, and she's all smiles, and rightly so. Here's Sheila Chepkirui. 4th in London last April, 2nd in Berlin today. Who knows what she'll do if and when she runs at the Olympic Games next year in Paris. Maybe another rostrum performance from her.
And the winner of the BMW Berlin-Marathon.
Well, the champion today, there's no doubting her credentials now. A new world record, 2:11.53. It is still hard to compute. A massive world record by 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Tigist Assefa. Brigid Kosgei, her reign as world record holder, coming to a spectacular end today. It survived almost 4 years, just a few weeks shy of 4 years after her performance to win Chicago in early October 2019. Tigist Assefa, well, she went through halfway in 66.21, and she came back with spectacular negative split. Indeed, her second half.
From Brian Keane, Partnership Director, Norcane,
was 65.32. Those the halves for Tigist Assefa, 66.21, 65.32, and 65.32 for the second half of a marathon. That has to be taken in as well. Very few women have run down there under 66 minutes for a half marathon in a one-off half marathon attempt. Now the national anthem of Ethiopia, of course.
BMW Marathon in Berlin, Tigist Assefa.
Well, as if she wasn't already born last year with her spectacular victory here in Berlin. Today, a new superstar is born in Berlin. New ground is broached. The look on her face when she saw the size of that glass of beer. One of the sponsors, of course, Erdinger. Sponsors. Well, events couldn't take place without them. Some people get snooty about mentions of sponsors and too much commercial visibility. Well, just remember that they literally give life to these events. Without the Abbotts and BMWs and Adidases and the Erdingers, these events could not take place. The entry monies alone don't add up to what it costs to put on an event of this scale. You're shutting down a city of millions of people for the day, almost shutting it down anyway. The best cities embrace events like this. Some, a sad few, find them a bit of a nuisance, and race organisers have to battle local authorities to get the race on. But in Berlin, well, the cooperation, the coordination is as good as anywhere. It's world-class, Chris.
Yes, it is. And again, we pay tribute to a very well-oiled machine with Mark Milder, the race director, at the head. And if you haven't been before, it's worth a weekend in Berlin, a long weekend. Soak up the city and see some world-class road racing. And once again, it has delivered. What a privilege it has been to witness one of those jaw-dropping moments in elite sport. We're almost being spoiled, aren't we? We're getting used to it here in Berlin. Eliud Kipchoge last year, and now Tigist Assefa improving on her own course record, which in itself last year was truly astonishing, but today she took it to new levels. The first marathon from a woman under 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Well, Chris, isn't it funny? We heard whispered rumours that she was going for 2:12 today, but clearly that was the case, because the way she set out her stall, going through halfway in 66.21, and then coming back with, what did I work out, 65.32 for the second half. I mean, it is, you know, she ran optimistically, and it was justified optimism and aggression.
It was. And at no point, maybe just, I think you said in commentary towards the end, there was just a slight rocking of the shoulders. There are our two winners today. Assefa for the second time, Kipchoge for the fifth. But the story, I'm sorry, Adelaide, but the story today all about Tigist Assefa. And deservedly so. Here's one for you, Tim. You won't know the answer, but somebody with a big brain and a big spreadsheet will tell us the answer to this. What does 2:11.53 equate to in terms of an 800-metre time, given that she's an 800-metre runner?
Oh, what a world record. You've got to be talking about 1:52 flat or something, haven't you? I mean, you know, if you were going to extrapolate.
Yeah.
What I can tell you is what it means per kilometre. 2:11.53. I'm just going to go to this super chart that was given a few years ago, which is now getting very ragged.
There's the, in the meantime, while Tim gets his calculator out.
It's 3:06 per kilometre.
3:06, there you go. And that puts
Well,
her to the
actually
top
about
of the...
3:07.
Yeah, 3:07. World Marathon Majors leaderboard.
Yeah, Tigist Assefa with 25 points in this new series of 23-24 rather. Rosemary Wanjiru, 25 points. Helen Obiri with her win in Boston, 25 points. Sifan Hassan, 25 points for that spectacular win in London back in April. And then 16 points for second place.